Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. I'm Nate Barger, and today we're going to talk about assessed value. How is that different than appraised value? The assessed value is the value on the property that the tax guy puts on your property. So if you bought the property for $200,000 and the assessed value was $140,000, I've had people say, I'm mad at the auditor. They only have my value assessed at $140,000. My property's worth $200,000. Go tell the auditor you want your property assessed at $200,000. They'll be glad to put it there. Because that extra $60,000, let's say you're paying 2% a year in tax value, is $1,200 a year. You really want to pay an extra $100 a month in taxes? So you want a low assessed value most of the time. Why would you want a high assessed value? Maybe there are circumstances where you would want an assessed value, but I can't think of them. I'd rather have a low assessed value on my property. And here is one way that I found through the years that you can kind of keep your assessment a little bit lower. Let's say that you're buying a property for $500,000. The realtor is going to make, let's say, a 6% commission, which is $30,000. Well, what if, and just thinking outside the box, you may want to talk to your attorney, your realtor, your state, whoever. But if you were buying this property all cash, what if you came in and said, you know what, I'll buy this property for $470,000 and I'll pay the realtor $30,000. That way, when it shows the transfer value, if you could legally get away with that as a consultant fee, then your assessed value is only going to go to $470,000 versus $500,000 potentially, which that $30,000 at 2% is $600 a year. Now, some places are only 1%, like in California, Texas. But in Ohio, we have areas that are as high as 3%. So that could save you a boatload of money. So that's just one way that you can hack. But do not worry too much about assessed value. But you can look at an assessed value if you're trying to make an offer on a property and you know the value on a property is a lot higher. You can ask the homeowner, well, what do you think? What is your assessed value? And sometimes they think their assessed value is high. I've had people where in properties worth, $200, $250, it's assessed at $140, and they think, well, the auditor thinks it's worth $140, but I don't think it's worth that. Say, well, hey, sir, what do you want for your property? Well, the auditor thinks it's worth $140, I'll take $120. Bam, you got it. So that's another way you can maybe drop into a potential. Now, I will tell you that a lot of times when we're buying hotels, let's say you buy a hotel for $10 million, right? You didn't really buy, and the auditor will come in and say, you bought the hotel for $10 million. No, I didn't, man. I bought the Marriott brand, the Marriott flag. I bought 100 beds in there, 100 TVs. I bought all this fixture, furniture, and equipment. I'm buying the cash flow, so I'm buying on business and real estate. So you have to learn to separate them two out. And on them, a lot of times, let's say you're buying a building for $10 million and the assessed value is $10 million. Well, you know that at least probably 25% of that is going to be FF&E, which is fixtures, furniture, and equipment. You should be able to get at least a $2.5 million valuation drop on that building, where you go from $10 million to $7.5 million. That's $2.5 million in value at 2%. That's $50,000 a year in tax savings. That's real money, guys. So guys, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, follow us for more real estate tips and clues. Let me know the craziest thing that you've seen on an auditor's website or an assessed value.